Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Recha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Psalms, the 102nd chapter. It says here, a prayer of the afflicted when he is overwhelmed and poureth out his complaints before the Lord. See, so whenever you feel that, you can always pray this prayer. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and let my cry come unto thee. Hide not thy face from me in the day when I am in trouble. Incline thine ear unto me in the day when I call, answer me speedily. You see, and sometimes, you're in a certain situation and your heart is racing, you're afraid, you're stressed, right? And you desire the Lord, that Lord, I'm in trouble. Whatever the case is, I'm not resting easy right now, but I need you to answer me speedily. Right? I need you to send me swift deliverance. For my days are consumed like smoke, and my bones are burned as the hearth. Right? And this is a poetic speak for, the distress that he is in, the agony. Okay, let's look at this. Matter of fact, let me pull it up on the other screen. Bear with me real quick. This is Psalms, the 102nd chapter. So reading this, what verse is this? Verse 3 in the NLT, it says, for my days disappear like smoke, and my bones burn like red hot coals. That's a very painful and an uncomfortable position or feeling. Right? It says here, by reason of the voice of my groaning, my bones cleave to my skin. So here he's describing, like in the NLT, it says, because of my groaning, I am reduced to skin and bones. Right? And that's painting the visual of somebody that's destitute. I am like a pelican in the wilderness. I am like an owl in the desert. I watch, right? It says here, I watch because, owls don't belong in the desert. Okay. They also, there are certain creatures that are designed for certain areas. And this is being out of place, right? Because where are you going to get the resources and the stuff you need? So here, it's saying like, I feel like out of place and I need you to send me deliverance, Lord. I watch and am as a sparrow alone upon the housetop. Mine enemies reproach me all the day, and they that are mad against me are sworn against me. Right? So I feel like alone, like a solitary bird on the roof. I'm by myself and I'm surrounded by those that seek my hurt. For I have eaten ashes like bread and mingled my drink with weeping. And ashes, is it was usually put upon your head, right, as a sign of mourning. You would wear sackcloth, put ashes upon your head, and you would weep. So here he's not saying I've literally eaten ashes, right? But he's saying like I've been in mourning, so frequently, so often. It's like ashes, which is a sign of mourning, is like my daily bread. And mingled my drink with weeping. Because of thine indignation and thy wrath, for thou hast lifted me up and cast me down. See, you brought me up at one point and now you've cast me down. It's like, that's what it feels like. Imagine being lifted up and then boom. What was that? What they call that? Pile driver? If you're ever familiar with wrestling. My days are like a shadow that declineth. I am withered like grass. Right, verse 11, it says, my life passes as swiftly as the evening shadows. I am withering away like grass. Right? It's like I'm on death's door here, Lord. My days are like a shadow. Oh, Salakia, verse 12. But thou, O Yahweh, shalt endure forever, and thy remembrance unto all generations. Thou shalt arise and have mercy upon Zion, for the time to favor her. Yea, the set time is come, and now more than ever. Right? It's now time where the Lord is showing favor to us. This is the appointed time. And he's going to make us a praise and fame in the earth again. He's going to make us kings and priests, and we shall reign in the earth. For thy servants take pleasure in her stones, and favor the dust thereof. Verse 14, for your people love every stone in her walls. You're talking about Zion, right, Jerusalem, and cherish every, even the dust of her streets. So the heathen shall fear the name of the Lord, and all the kings of the earth thy glory. And the Lord he's gonna get his fear back, and his respect and reverence through the judgment that he's about to bring. When the Lord shall build up Zion, he shall appear in his glory. See, he's going to send Yahushua back, and right now we're being built up. Right, we're standing upon our feet, an exceeding great army in the spirit. And the world is beholding that. You see, so he's building us back up, and we're going to get, bright. We're going to shine brighter and brighter to that perfect day until Yahushua appears, right, in his glory. He will regard the prayer of the destitute and not despise their prayer. This shall be written for the generation to come, which shows you this is prophetic, right? This is written, and it's more prevalent for us, more needful for us, because we are in the time now where the Lord is hearing our prayer, and he's building us back up, right? And the people which shall be created, which is the future generation, shall praise the Lord. For he hath looked down from the height of his sanctuary, from heaven did the Lord behold the earth, to hear the groaning of the prisoner. Are we not the prisoners? Right? We are the prisoner, the captive, the captive exile that hasteth, to be loosed. That's us. To loose those that are appointed to death. That was said about Yahushua. To declare the name of the Lord Yahweh in Zion and his praise in Jerusalem. When the people are gathered together in the kingdoms to serve the Lord Yahweh, right? And that's starting now, right? The Lord via this word is gathering together us first and foremost. Okay. And then physically, he's going to gather us. And then he's going to subject all the kingdoms, right, to serve the Lord. He weakened my strength in the way. He shortened my days. Right. Going back to that lamentation. It says he broke my strength in midlife, cutting short my days. I said, O my God, take me not away in the midst of my days. Thy years are throughout all generations. But I cried unto him, O my God, who lives forever, don't take my life while I'm so young. Right? Have mercy. Kind of like Hezekiah, how he prayed and he cried and repented and sought the Lord. Not that he was a wicked king, but he cried unto the Lord, and the Lord had mercy, not to shorten his days, but to lengthen his days. I said, Slakia, verse 25, of old hast thou laid the foundations of the earth, and the heavens are the work of thy hands. They shall perish, but thou shalt endure. Yea, all of them shall wax old like a garment. As a vesture shalt thou change them, and they shall be changed. And that's going into the things, the foundations, the things the Lord has created. And it's really worded this way to emphasize the eternity of the Lord, right? That all these unchanging signs and the creation of the Lord, they're things that seem, permanent, that last forever, but even they will pass away like a garment, that the Lord, but the Lord is going to remain eternal, right? And when it says he's going to change them, right, he's going to renew it. Okay, that's that new heaven and that new earth. It says, but thou art the same, and thy years have no end. That's the eternity of the Lord. The children of thy servants shall continue, and their seed shall be established before thee. See, and that's what's happening now. We are being established before the Lord. And that brings us to the end of the book of Psalms, the 102nd chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Recha Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.